lists. Humans have loved lists since Moses. So I thought maybe 10 commandments of making. I wanted to talk about 10 commandments of making. So I wrote them down. I came up with 5, unfortunately.
Louder! Come up with 5!
I came up with 10. So I have a list of 10 solid things I love. When I first started burning and cutting myself in order to have the things that I needed to have. The first rule of baking, I will say, is make something. Anything. Cook, weld, carve, sculpt, anything that you need to make. It's important that you make it. Humans do 2 things that make us unique from all other animals. We use tools and we tell stories. And when you make something, you do both at once. You're telling a story about your desire, you're telling a story about something that you want, you're telling a story about something that you see needs to be made. And you are using your tools to improve yourself and improve the world around you. When you make many things, you are joining in the most ancient dialogue that humans have ever had. So, commandment number first, make something.
Good one. Thank you. It's good.
It may feel like it's totally insignificant, but it's vital that you do.
Alright, let's watch it. It can't be
Number 2, make something occasionally that actually toilet paper holder that actually works to a toaster that's something approved. When you make something that you use every day as opposed to something that's useless, I can't even tell you what good it is. That's even what we make for a handful of room, you use it every single day. Yes, it is really good. Again, and it's another story. Okay, here's one. There's a million different skills being displayed out here. And I'm sure a lot of you are walking around and thinking, I wish I could do that. I wish I had that skill. Several of these skills have to do with skills. The thing is that a lot of times we stop ourselves from moving forward with the project because we don't know how to weld and we don't know how to do it. My advice is, start now. Start right now to do the thing that you want to do. There is no time right now. And do it. If you want to weld a car frame, you don't have a welder or a car or a frame, go ahead and mock it up out of oak tag and cardboard. There's a beautiful sculpture here in the Bay Area who made himself a 727 out of the little file folders. One of the loveliest things I've ever seen. 4, yes. I can't learn any skills unless I have a project to learn with. I need a goal. I need something. Well, it's like I need something. I need the thing that I'm trying to attain. I can't learn to weld just by someone showing me and selling frying eggs and something else like this. I need to end up with Wolverine claws or a sword or a pair of stilts or something like that. Always try to find a project that will get you interested in the thing that you want to build. Can everyone still hear me? Yeah! Awesome! Alright! Almost halfway there. 5. Ask questions. Ask for help. Ask for advice. Ask for feedback. You'll find when you make stuff that it actually kind of makes you vulnerable to ask for feedback because it totally does. But if you find someone you trust, then I can't help you back there. I'm trying with the frisbees. I'm talking as loud as I can. Ask for advice. And when you find someone you trust, ask for feedback. I'll tell you, it's very funny among adults. We rarely actually turn to each other and say, what do you think of the work that I'm doing? And it's because that places us in a very vulnerable spot. But again, if you can find a teacher or a mentor or someone whose opinion you really respect, asking them very specifically about how they think you're doing will give you incredible insight. I've done it a few times in my life, and every single time I got a tremendous perspective on what I was actually doing.
Stay here.
Share. Now there's a lot of talk about the sharing economy. I'm sure Etsy is totally present here at Makerfaire. And we trade stuff, and we trade knowledge. That is really, really important. There's nothing that makes me angry if somebody does something beautiful and you ask how it's done and they say it's a secret. No secrets! What are you protecting?
Drone over there.
Nobody has a monopoly on being you. And if you think that your technique is what makes you interesting, you're being ridiculous. So share your technique. Because when you do, someone's going to come back to you with a better way of doing it. I've heard something. Second, please recognize that discouragement and failure are part of every single Make project. Not something that happens every now and then. In every single project, you will find yourself discouraged and you will fail at some point. If you recognize that, boy, these mountain rallies are terrifying. If you recognize that you're going to fail, at least when it's about to happen, when you are getting discouraged because you hit a snag, you don't have a park, it's Sunday night, it's 4 a.m. At least
the wind's picking up.
That's part of what's going to happen. And then the next morning, it may be a
These posters are awesome!
you know that mechanism. You can actually keep going. I personally, and I've said this before, whenever I make it something, about 70% of the way in, I actually think I have no idea what I'm doing and I hate what I'm building. And Fellini even said that he knows that one of his films is almost finished when he totally despises it. And frankly, that 70, 80, 90% mark that closer gets at the end, the more scared I get. Because I can tell you I hate finishing things. I'd much rather keep working on it and keep getting that endorphin rush of eBay research and finding that part that I didn't know existed. Actually getting all the way to the end and moving it. But if you recognize what the mechanism is, where the places will get frustrated, they are your friends. You can welcome them in. This is also part of mindfulness and meditation. Understand that those thoughts are going to happen. And embrace them. Look, they still really suck. I'm not going to lie to you. It sucks to fail. It hurts to cut yourself. But it's going to happen in every single project. 8. Measure carefully. So, for those of you, okay, so I just want to point out, there's a drone here. These drones flying around are being operated by real professionals. They're doing safety tests here, so please do not worry about them. These guys are making some great footage. Yeah, 3D guys, right?
They're recording it.
Measure carefully. So, when the other builders in the office, they got two things that fit tightly together. That's called close tolerance. When you have two things that fit loosely together, that is a loose tolerance. Knowing the prioritization, knowing when to use a tight tolerance,
And that's point out yesterday. Look how good they are with the winds. How stable.
Tight tolerances. Even 3 days ago, I screwed up a project because I tried to work with tolerances that were too tight. It's just, you have to know where you can be tight and where you can be loose. Measuring carefully is the way you do that. Number 9. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 7th annual Battle Pond. Number 9. Make things for other people. I can't even describe to you how much pleasure I get when I make something and then I give it to somebody else. They get a story. They get the thing that I've made. They get the fruit of a couple of hours of my time and concentration, and they get to possess it. It does make you vulnerable when you give your stuff away. You should recognize that. Giving your stuff away does actually place you in a slightly vulnerable position, but it is also a really magical one. So occasionally, when you're making stuff, give it away. Give it to other people. Number 10. Now, if I could go back in time, in a time machine, and tell my young self one thing about making that I really wish I'd known at the beginning would save a lot of money, time, hurt, dead fingers. The last commandment: use more cooling fluid. Yes, cold metal cuts much better than hot metal. Those are my 10 commandments of making. I would now like to spend the remaining half hour of my time taking questions from the audience, especially young makers, but we've got some microphones down there. Do we have some microphones down there?